give it a go. Hello, and we're back with 2.5 of the Cruise Session show.
We had a bit of a technical malfunction there because Roman got a storm in his fucking area, didn't you?
It's my fault. I apologise, but we're going to try and carry it through with 2.5.
We'll just carry on. We'll just carry on. We were talking about me doing a show in Disney and how it got evaporated meter, but what about you? What about you? Yeah, they don't like my stories. What about you? If your kind of first experience of a show?
So I think the most important thing for me to talk about would be when I started doing open mic nights with my dad.
Okay, I used to love doing them.
Yeah, they're great. Like I couldn't recommend them enough for like honing your craft and becoming confident as a performer.
And playing with other players as well, like other musicians.
Exactly.
It's very good.
Exactly. And I hate to think how many hours I've put in. We would rehearse like most evenings for like 3 to 4 hours on school nights.
Wow.
The open mic was a Tuesday. And we would go on because I was so nervous.
Yeah,
and it's okay to be nervous, by the way. When you start out, you're probably going to be nervous.
Mate, I used to crap my pants before I went on stage because I used to think, man, I used to just put these things in your head. I'm going to make mistakes. But like,
exactly,
it's just you just got to look. You got to look past it. You just got to go. No, I know I can do it. I've been practicing well and truly hard for this. Like, don't just ignore the I can't do it kind of vibe and just go do your best. If you make, I've always said, if you make mistakes, style them out. Like, honestly, if you make a mistake, make it look, because no offense. And this is one thing, just quickly, if you make a mistake, the only person sometimes that knows they made a mistake is your own self.
Yeah.
Because you home in on what you do and what you're playing, you know it, and you know when you make a mistake. But the audience, they don't know if you are supposed to do that or you're not supposed to do that, because they don't play. Yeah, they don't play your instrument. They don't understand what you're actually supposed to be playing. So if you make it like this for anyone starting who is playing, or it feels like that when they get like that, I made a mistake, like I messed it up. Yeah, okay, but you only know that. No one else does. You know, if you've messed it up, you messed it up. It's simple. Like, we're not robots. We're not like mechanically made to make it perfect. If we make a mistake, you make a mistake. I make mistakes in Groove Session videos all the time.
Yeah.
And I've noticed them, and it's never going to be perfect. But the thing is that's the naturalness of showing you that I'm actually doing what I'm doing. I'm actually playing my instrument. You know, I'm not doing this like whole thing at the moment of like samples or like making it look like I'm not playing it or like anything like that. You know, that sound that you see in the videos is my kit. Just the same as your bass. You're not using anything to make real. You'll hear, like, I've played videos and you'll hear the mistakes easy. You'll see them. And I notice it straight away because that's just me. But like, you know, I think that the minute amount of people notice your mistakes, and only if you point it out will they then go, oh yeah, I kind of did realize that, but I thought you were meant to do that. And then you're making them realize you did make a mistake. If you don't say anything, then they'll never know. No one will ever know. Trust me.
No, I agree. And coming off that, like I was just saying about how much we rehearse, like hours and hours. And like I knew in my head I was going to play it perfect, like without sounding arrogant. No, honestly, but I would still be nervous.
Yeah.
So
I get you.
if I like, and you know, I rated myself. I knew like we'd put the hours in and I was going to do a good job, but I was still nervous. You'll laugh. I would be turned, like I would be looking at the drummer. That's how nervous I was.
Well, that's fair enough. I wouldn't want.
I was so nervous. But that comes, and years down the line, you build your confidence. But I would find it hard to look at the audience. That's how nervous I was.
Yeah.
But I can't stress enough. Like if you're looking at starting out, just get like hours under your belt and just play, and put yourself in situations that make you feel a bit uncomfortable and challenge
like
uneasy,
yourself. Like make you think, like make you kind of double take what you're doing. Like, oh my god, what am I doing? Like I've put myself in the deep end here.
Yeah, it's actually
healthy, they're the best environments to do that. You know what I mean? Like you say with the open mic nights. If you're a student or anything at the moment studying music, I highly recommend going and doing the open mic nights, because they're a great way to meet new musicians. They're a great way to play different styles and like test your abilities, but also it's a great way to test your own ability. You know what I mean?
100%. They are brilliant. If you're starting out,
it's amazing. It's amazing, like how you can.
And they're great fun. They're great
fun.
fun.
Mate, big time.
Did you have was there ever an opportunity at your open mics where you could like jump in with other musicians you've never even met
on a song
kind of thing?
Yeah, like
I'd be like, oh, can you play this tune? You'd be like, oh, I can actually, and you would just go and play.
Yeah, like on our open mic nights, it was really weird. It's like you would go up, there'd be like a list at the front on a table. Yeah. And there would be like a list of, I don't know.
The different acts.
Yeah, like so basically what happens on a mic night where I went when I did uni, there was a house band. Okay. So there was a house band already there, right?
Yeah.
And they already knew, they had a list of songs, like countless songs. And say, for example, you were a singer and you thought, you know what, I like that song on the list, I'm going to put my name down next to it. And then they when they get to that, when they get like a chance, they'll look at the list and they'll go, oh, so and so wants to come up and sing this song with us. You know what I mean? But at the same time,
that's sick.
Like, so the singer would go up and they would sing with the house band. So the house band would already know the song. So the singer, obviously, they wouldn't put the name down if they didn't know the song. So they would then sing the song with the band, and it would sound wicked. It'd be like a jam session. You know what I mean? But you could also do it where you would literally be able to go like, right. Like I did it a couple of times where like a singer like that I was good friends with and a guitarist, they'd be like, oh, they got this song down, like we should jam that, like we know it all, like we've done it before, like we should do it. So we'd all three of us would put our name down next to that song. So then what that entitles is then for the drummer of the house band and the guitarist of the house band to come off.
But the bass player stays.
And then the guitarist that I know, me and the singer all go on and we take over them positions and we play with the bass player that song. And it's basically then you get to play with different musicians every time. And you don't have to do that. Like I did it with a few different singers and a few different guitarists and some bass players too. Did it with different people. And the great thing about that was it opens up your musicianship, and it opens up your ability to go to test the waters and play with different people, you know, and find out who you like click with and who you can't really blend with, or you know, that kind of thing. And it's really good because it just builds your confidence. I mean, because you're playing in front of a pub full of people that you just never met before, and you're playing in front of students who you've never met before. But the great thing about getting yourself up there and putting yourself forward is the fact that then musicians are then noticing you. And they're looking at you and going, "This guy's a good drummer. Like, let's use."
And you're building a local network,
exactly, and that's all. That's what it's about at music, like colleges and unis. Is about building a platform, building a network of people that can use you for things further down the line.
Yeah, 100%. And something I should probably mention. I didn't have, so from the ages of 9 to 17, I didn't have one lesson. Wow. I was totally self-taught through YouTube, through my dad, and
so similar start to me then, but like you just did it for
similar.
Yeah,
for a long time. And it was just all for me. It was just old school. Get down in the dirt, get to the open mic nights, do the rehearsals, and just kind of just play and play and play. And there's no better way for me. Like, don't get wrapped up in like I need to know that bit of sheet music. Like that comes second in my
book. You don't worry about that stuff. Don't worry about that.
Like the more you play,
the
better you get. Like it's simple. It's hard work. So just like take every opportunity you can. If there's a local pub that does an open mic,
do it.
Just get involved. Like
don't
cover bands as well.
Cover bands as well.
Function bands.
Function bands, cover bands, like do everything like that, because it builds your music knowledge, it builds your playing ability, confidence on stage, it builds everything. But also you get great work from it. You get great work from doing stuff like functions and stuff, because like you get, you know, the great thing about doing a function is you all get a split share. Do you know what I mean? You get paid, you know, and it's good money sometimes, you know what I mean? So it's worth doing it. And you know, I've done a few functions for free, but it's all worth it because the experience I've got of playing with people, getting my confidence boosted and playing in front of audiences, you know, because you never know who's in the bloody audience. That's one
thing.
You
don't.
You never know who's in that audience. So it could be someone that's like in a part of a up and coming band or a big band, and they could go, "This guy's wicked. Like, we've got to get him on board," or something like that, you know. Or we could use him at some point. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's like all about building your network of people and showing what
100%.
people what you can do. Don't sit back and because if you sit back and you don't do that and you just do it in your own comfort of your home, you'll never get that adrenaline and that feel, like the pure feeling of playing in front of people on stage. And you'll never get that musicianship or that build that network if you just keep it all to yourself and just play for yourself. You need to play with people in order to build that your ability to do things. So I think it's really, really worth it as a starting out musician, no matter what instrument. Yep. There's not just drums and bass, not just us. Like, we're talking guitarists, we're talking singers, we're talking backing vocalists, we're talking keyboard people, whatever. You need to just do as much as possible. That builds your ability to play live. That's all it is.
Yeah, you do. And so something that benefited me hugely, you were just talking about like function bands. Like, I built up what I think was a good ability to kind of not let the room affect my playing. And what I mean by that was like when I did the local pub circuits of original bands I was in, sometimes there'd be like 5 people in the crowd. Right. So what I'm saying by like when you do it, trust me, well, when you play a wedding, when you play a wedding, function band, 100% the crowd will be getting up and dancing, and there'll be an amazing vibe in the room. Mate, that's just a given.
Yeah, but big time.
You don't want to live in that fake environment. Like, if you can get into the open mic nights, and the reason I love playing and I enjoy it no matter what is because I've played in front of 5 people that are too busy drinking their beer and talking to their dog. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So, no, it's like from an early age, I kind of learned to not respond to a shit crowd, basically.
Yeah, I got you.
You probably know what I'm trying to say, but I know like I've tasted like all the different environments. And what it comes down to is like, I'm passionate about music and I enjoy it, and that's all that matters.
Yeah, man. Like, that's what it's about. You have to have there has to be something there to fuel your progression forward. And in the next episode, we are going to go on to talking about, like, you know, the sort of the process getting to where, like, for example, me and Roman are now, but more in the fact of, like, you know, all these things we've spoken about, how it's built from that to what we do now, and how it's built, how our confidence is built, you know, and also how it's built the ability for us to come here and talk to you guys about what we've done and where we started, but also hopefully that everything we talk about will fuel, you know, someone starting out or a session musician's kind of like sort of journey, do you know what I mean, through music, like how we've done, do you know what I mean? Because like we say, you got to experience things before you can say that you're like, you've really had a taste of what it's like. You know what I mean? Like, you know, me and Roman, you know, and I know Roman can speak for it, and as well as I can, like, we've had our fair share of shows and playing and traveling and all that kind of larky that involves being a musician. And we're no means perfect, but we're always
veterans.
But we're always looking to progress. We're always building upon what we already know, and that's what this groove session's here for, is for us to talk about that, for us to talk with you, for us to engage with you, but also for the fact that, like, you know, every time we talk to each other and we talk with you, the viewers, we're talking about things that, like, we might have forgotten about, or we might not have, like, thought about in depth before, you know. And the good thing about talking about that is actually,
like, we're analyzing like our journey, aren't we?
Yeah, and then, like, but you analyze things. You analyze things from before, like you analyze things from a while back. But now you've had the experience, you can actually analyze those things from a while back more in depth, because you know what you've learned from then until then. If that makes sense?
Yeah.
Like from that point till now, and you can actually get
comparisons.
And that's the great thing about. And obviously, we'll get onto that in the next episode, in episode 3. But it's just, I don't know. To me, it's kind of like, you know, you have to kind of put yourself out there. Do you know what I mean? You can't just sit back and not just think, oh, there's people out there that think, oh, I'm really good at what I do. Like I can play my instrument really well, blah, 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 blah. It's okay, yeah, cool. But where's the experience to show that you can work with other people? Where's your experience? Where's your musicianship? Where's your network that you can call upon when you need help with something? Does that make sense?
Where's your personality? Like, are you likable?
Yeah, exactly. Like,
the biggest asset you can have as a musician for me, like, is your mindset and whether you're likable and whether you can convert on a session, like whether you can.
Big time.
It's not just, yes, it's about the playing, but if you want to have a long-term career, you've got to be well-rounded and you've got to bring more to the table than just your playing.
Oh, definitely.
And something I always tell myself, and I always have done, like, there's someone better than me. Like, there's always someone that's way better than me. And as soon as you need to like not get arrogant with it. Just like, as I said, get down in the dirt and just put the work in. But always know that there's someone one step ahead of you and better than you.
Big time.
And there's no, you'll vouch for this, Jack. There's no like easy way around it. Like, I started when I was 9. I was in a pub by 10 playing, and I'm now 24. So that's like 15 years, and I haven't even scratched the surface.
Yeah, man.
Like, that's the dedication. And
it takes
the reason
a while.
I've been able to do that, like, because I've got a passion for it. And I wanted to put this to you, Jack, because I think you'd find it quite funny, but you probably experienced it. Like, when I was younger, a few like mates would like pick up guitar and they'd be like, I'm getting like school lessons and all that. And it was coming from a place of like, I get the guitar and I get the girl. Like, you know, that like stereotypical, like, the musicians get the girl, and a lot of people do that. They take up an instrument
because that's what they think it's going to get you. That's what it's going to get you. Yeah, that's why you got like great. That's why there's a stereotype. But it's never about that. But there's a stereotype behind, like, you know, you got these rock gods, you know, like these guitar rock gods, or these like lead frontmen or whatever, like, you know, and it always seems to be, and there's loads of polls out there for this sort of stuff. It's just funny because it is funny, but they always say that the vocalist and the guitarist are the one to get the most women. Because, like, if you think about it, like, the drummer's at the back, no one cares about him. And the bass player is just a bass player. Do you know what I mean? No one cares about them. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's the vibe they got. But I watched this poll one time. And it was really funny. And it said something like, it was different. It was like the other way around. It was like women have gone off frontmen and gone off guitarists because they're stereotypically the dickheads of the band. You know,
that's so true.
You know, I do apologize to any vocalist or guitarist out there. I'm not being rude to you. It's just what a poll I've seen.
I saw.
But the poll I saw was like bass players, it's like bass players like start to get more girls, and drummers also. But like, it's just not. It's not true. So whatever musicians live by that, it's just fake news. It's just fake news. Like, you do not start a career in music just to get girls. Do you know what I mean?
No, no, you don't. Anyone that was successful did it because they love it.
No. But the thing is those rock stars that became successful, which then led them to that kind of thing. Does that make sense?
Success is attractive, but you don't get to success without love in the process.
Yeah, but you don't get success just by thinking that, oh yeah, I'm the fucking dog's bollocks and all the bitches love me.
No.
Just to put it in that terms, like, you know, girls aren't gonna like you. Well, I don't know. I'm not gonna say it because I'll probably get like rip the crap out of by people who listen to this, but there are like the majority of people that like go for the dickheads in terms of musicians. But then there are like that element that like, you know, actually see the hard working side of it. But yeah, anyway, we won't go into that crap because no one cares, you know. This isn't a dating website, okay? Like this isn't like oh hi, this is Jack from Dating Hub. I'm here to find you the musician of your dreams.
Yeah. Sorry, I've led us off like a bit of a no, but my point being is like get into it because you love music and you're passionate about it. Don't get into
music is my number one. It's this it always will be, you know.
Same here, it's my life.
I pick up a pair of sticks and I naturally can just play what I know. But every time I play along to a new song or even an old song, like your love for music just gets bigger and bigger. Like every day you just fuel yourself with more like, oh man, I finally can play that song that I never thought I'd be able to play because I've worked so hard at practicing and building up my ability to play my instrument. And now I can play a song that I never thought in a million bloody years I would be able to touch. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Or play for that thing, you know? I've played songs that I never thought I could play and now I can play them. But then I'm also still learning songs that I don't think I can play, but I'm learning in order to be able to prove to myself that I can play it because I've come from a certain point where I couldn't even dare to say I would touch that song to now actually I've given it a go and I can get a majority of it to the fine detail, but there's a lot more that needs to be done in order for me to even put a video out of me playing to it. Like, come on. Yeah. I'm not going to put a video out of me like going, boost. Yeah, I'm not going to put a video out of me going, I can't play this. Oh my God. Like, oh no, and then just piss fart around. I'll mess it up because I don't know.
It needs to be a certain standard to put it out.
Exactly. Like, and you know, I enjoy that kind of the thing, you know, like, I'm a man of all genres, but there's certain genres I cannot play at all. But the thing is that I'm not afraid to listen to them and branch out and try it.
And to tag on to that, like it's a huge bit of advice. I'm glad you brought that up. Like at me as like a young lad, I would go into an area that I had no business going into. Like I'd think, what should I learn next? And I'd pick like a Motown song, James Jamerson, hard bass lines. And I would like labor over them for days, and I'd be nearly crying because I couldn't play it. No joke. I'm not gonna lie.
Man.
I would really like. I'd be like, I'm gonna get it.
Because you start analysing it. Do you know what I mean? Because you start thinking, I can do it, but there's some parts of it that I need to get down. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but the moral of the story is like, yes, I would like torture myself, but once I got it, I would have bettered myself 3 times as quick as the next player because I didn't go with the safe option. You know, like a lot of players they gravitate towards the safe options and they move slower, but I would push myself so hard.
Yeah. But that's like me. That's like me. Like I think like 2 years ago, like I love, like, and I always said this, I love incorporating like double pedals into what I do.
Yeah.
Like,
I know you do. Yeah.
In a stylistic way, not in a like, you know, like metal drummer way, like you know, like really like fast doubles. You know what I mean? Not in that
little additions.
Little additions to what I'm playing. You know, it really. Sometimes it helps accentuate what you're playing and gives it a bit of flair, you know, or gives it something a bit of a different sound, you know. But like, I'm not a double pedal kind of guy, and like, you know, I think a year or 2 ago I went to Download Festival, and you know,
Wicked.
that's like the place with like, you know, a lot of big metal bands,
plenty of double pedals.
Yeah, there's a lot. Well, yeah, big time. Like, and I went and I saw. I saw loads, man. I saw Ozzy Osbourne.
Really?
Yeah, I saw Ozzy Osbourne, and man, like his drummer just don't ask, man. I don't. That was like a 2-hour set, man, and the guy just bloody. I don't know.
I'd get cramp if I did that.
I don't know. But like, I saw like bands like one of the bands that I wanted to go see as well was Avenged Sevenfold. And Avenged Sevenfold,
amazing, talented people,
very, very, very talented musicians, very and they're a band that really consider the fine detail of everything and the detail in their work.
Oh yeah,
and like and
musicianship's as high as it gets, isn't it?
And the ability to play some of the stuff they do is unreal. And I remember the whole process leading up to like going to download. I was like, oh man, I'd love to be able to play like some of the stuff that these people play, like, you know, these sort of thing. And I remember for like three weeks, like before I went to download, I sat behind the kit and I thought, you know what? Even if I give myself 3 weeks to start, then the whole process of listening to it continuously through download for 5 days, then come back and give myself another 2 to 3 weeks to learn just one Avenged Sevenfold track, just one song, just one Avenged Sevenfold track, to the fact that I could break it down throughout those however long, those 5-7 weeks, say, and really fine detail everything to then be able to say that I can play to a certain extent one of their songs.
That's wicked. And it's like just that mindset.
It's like setting yourself a target, because like I'm not a metal drummer. I'm not. I like metal music, and I like certain music, like metal music, but I wouldn't consider myself a metal drummer. I don't have a metal drummer setup. I don't just do blast beats and play bloody, like, you know, China every day and doubles for like constant hours.
But that would, to be fair, that would probably limit your session work
exactly
anyway.
Yeah, but like it would, and that's the problem, is why I don't do it, because I just don't want to, like, you know, I don't want to just fix myself to one style, like, you know. That's why I like playing all different genres, and that's why we do this groove session, to show you that you can play different styles. But like I set myself an ability, but you know what, I set myself that goal, and I'd done it so much that I got to that one day I sat behind my kit. And I chose, I think it was Waking the, no, that's not them, is it? What was it? I can't remember the name of the song now. Afterlife. Avenged Sevenfold. If anyone doesn't know that song, give it a listen. I
don't think I know it.
You'll get what I mean. You'll get what I mean in the terms of the kind of it sounds complex, like
quite technical.
Yeah. So there's a lot to it. Some people I know, they're like, oh yeah, I can play that. It's like, yeah, okay, cool. But it's like, but seriously, it's like, can you actually play it though? Like, are you just saying you can play it because you can go like really with your feet loads? You know what I mean? Or can you actually like really
note for note?
Yeah, put your detail into it, or add a bit of you into it. Do you know what I mean? But still play a note for note here and there.
Yeah, I got you.
But I got to one day where I just sat behind the kit, and mate, I'd spent so long trying to learn it. I just went, yeah, man. I just like, and I didn't record it. I didn't need to, because it was for my own benefit. It wasn't for anybody else. And I played it, and I just went, and I went, wow. I said, it ain't perfect. I said, but that's a lot. I've come a long way from not even being able to even play a note of that song to now being able to play like
to get into
about
that
3/4 of it at least, you know. And even that was I accomplished my goal. I'd accomplished at least even just getting 3/4 of the song down, you know. I've accomplished my goal of setting myself a goal of going, I could never do that in my life. But if you give yourself a time frame and you just go at it, you know, not always, but you just go at it every time you sit down behind your instrument and give it a go, you won't realize it, but because of your muscle memory and what you're doing, it's simple. It will just come to you.
Oh yeah,
it'll just come to you. Like one day you'll just sit down and then you'll feel like you are the drummer of bloody Avenged Sevenfold. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I know for a fact that like I'm still
it's
learning.
Hard work
I'm still learning. I'm still learning it. I'm still trying to find detail things. And actually, I've gotten so into it now that I've actually started branching myself out and trying to play other songs, even though I'm still learning one of the others. So I'm still, you know, not just that band. Like there's loads of bands out there, you know, across all genres. You know what I mean? I'm still trying to learn because the songs are quite hard. But yeah, man, like it's. I think setting yourself goals on that kind of topic, as
all about pushing yourself.
It just pushes you to like. I think it impresses you. You're like you're setting you're setting a goal not to impress somebody else. Obviously, if it does impress somebody, that's a good thing. But I don't think you're setting a goal to impress anybody else. And certainly when I play, I don't set a goal to impress anybody else. I set a goal to impress myself and say to myself, wow.
I never had that either.
Yeah, I've just been able to just play something that I never thought I could play. You know what I mean?
Just knowing in your own mind that you can play, it's enough, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's crazy. You know what I mean? Like, I'm still learning, and I've said to myself a million times, and I've said to people that ask, I always will be learning. I'll never stop learning. I'm not good. I'm not good at everything. I never will be, and I'm not gonna go walking around saying that I'm good and I can do everything, because I can't. Because I'm always going to be learning. There's always something new I won't know. But when it comes to something like double pedals, like I feel from the start of me ever drumming to even to the point of me even finding out about double pedals and wanting to introduce them to the game, my my technique has come quite a long way in terms of incorporating and my foot technique and using them. And that's because I set myself a goal. I set myself a goal of I want to be able to play that kind of thing. But it's not like it's a priority because that's what everyone needs to play. It's not. It's just a goal I've set for myself, for something that I enjoy. I enjoy hearing a song with a dirty breakdown with some really wicked double pedals in it, or like a real nasty fat drum sound with some bloody kicks in it. But I'm not saying that that's like what I want to do day in, day out. It's just something that I've set myself that I never thought I could do. And I'm still learning, but I've gotten quite better at it than I thought I would. You know what I mean? Which is kind of good, So it's all about setting goals. If you're a new musician starting up, setting goals to get to playing a certain song, a certain rhythm, a certain something, or even a time signature.
Yeah, and step outside your comfort zone.
Yeah, and just play
and try other styles.
Just play. I just think the basis of starting out being a musician and building up your confidence is just playing. No matter where you can play.
Yeah.
If it's practicing in your own environment, if it's playing with people, if it's playing a show with a bunch of 80-year-old men sitting in a pub drinking pints at fucking 5 o'clock in the evening, but you're playing in a band where you're like 17 years of age and every other member of the band's like 40. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter because you're proving to yourself that you can play with anybody. You can put yourself in an environment where you can play in front of anybody and you can play with anybody, and and
you're just adding mileage.
Yeah, and you'll learn something.
Hours,
you'll learn something new all the time. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I think it's a great lesson to be taught.
Yeah, make mistakes. Yeah. Don't be scared to make mistakes.
But anyway, I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna end that one there, I think, and we're gonna
wrap it
up, and we're gonna rock on to episode 3 coming very soon, and we're gonna talk a little bit more in depth of like where we are now, and just following on from this, the progression.
Talk uni and
and just talk about
things post school.
Yeah, post learning basically, and where we've got to up till now.
100%.
And one thing I want to add quickly is we have a really, really cool surprise coming in the 3rd episode. And I think Roman knows that I'm talking about. But we have a really, really, really cool surprise.
Talking of metal.
Yeah, we have a really, really cool surprise coming, which we'll mention in the episode 3. So keep your eyes peeled for that. But yeah, we're looking forward to it.
Definitely. And for those of you that are interested in groove sessions, episode 14 has just been released. Good friend of ours, Josh, recommended it. It's Miley Cyrus's Midnight Sky.
Yeah.
Josh is, by the way, Josh is a photographer, and he's been on tour with us. So if you ever need a photographer, he's on Instagram.
He's a legend as well.
Is it at Josh Leverage?
Yeah, at Josh Leverage, I think. Yeah. But he's a wicked photographer and like such a sound guy. Like, so if you need to get him down for any touring work or photo work or anything like that, get him on board because he's a legend. Yeah. Absolute legend.
But we appreciated his suggestion. We went and did it. And it's got a dirty backbeat.
Yeah, mate, it's wicked, man. It's wicked. But like on that sort of thing, anyone else, any song suggestions, please throw them our way, because we're always looking for, you know, and it doesn't matter. It you know, it can be any genre, you know, it can be, you know, anything like R&B, country, you know, rock. I don't know. It's not anything you feel like you would want to hear us to see us play. Please just
whack it in the comments.
Yeah, or message us on the Groove Session Show Instagram page and let us know what you like you want us to play, and we'll get down dirty with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we're looking forward to engaging further.
Indeed. Right.
Let's wrap it up.
We will catch you in episode 3. So
yes,
it's been really good talking to you. We hope you got something from this, and we will follow on this conversation in the next one. And hopefully, if you've not got anything from this, you will get something big time from the next episode. And I've been Jack, sexy drummer boy, and you have been
Roman, even more sexy bass player guy.
And this has been the Groove Session Show, and we're gonna love you and leave you, and we'll catch you in the next episode.
Yeah, look after each other. Much love.
Stay safe and keep playing. Peace out.
Bye-bye.